I'm here with Studio Sweat On Demand, here with my lovely sidekick Bethany.
Hi guys.
And then we also have Brian with us, and Brian is the owner of BuzzFit Coffee.
Yes.
Am I saying it right?
BuzzFit Protein Coffee. Yeah.
Okay, cool. And we're here today to talk about myths when it comes to coffee. Is it good? Is it bad? What's the right quantity to drink? How does that vary per person? Stuff like that. So all of us actually are believers in coffee. I will start with that. But we don't want to just approach it, obviously you are, Brian. We don't want to just approach it from what are the advantages. We also want to talk about the disadvantages and make sure that you guys understand how to, drink it moderately. What's the saying for?
And not over drink it either.
Yeah.
Because you can go off on that side.
Sure. So the first thing that we want to cover, because a lot of people that watch these vlogs are, is it good before a workout? Is it good in the morning, for example? So tell me about your thoughts and the research that you've done when it comes to using coffee as kind of a pre-workout booster.
So coffee is a good workout booster because it's one of the only all-natural products out there that contain caffeine. And there are a lot of pre-workouts out there that do contain caffeine, but they contain a lot of ingredients that are artificial and just not good for your body.
Right.
So drinking coffee before a workout can improve performance levels by 11 to 12%. And this happens because caffeine increases your adrenaline levels.
Mm-hmm. I can feel that, like when I'm working out. Like that's why even for my, I teach a class at 4:30 in the afternoon on Thursdays. I drink a cup of coffee for me, I drink it about an hour before. But you kind of have to, you kind of have to figure out when's the best time for you too.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
What were you saying though?
So the adrenaline levels in your blood are increased, and this helps you prepare for physical exertion. And then caffeine also helps you, helps your fat cells burn body fat and use it for fuel as training. So
I'm in. Sign me up.
Right?
Yeah.
Get me more.
Yeah. So when I have a list that I'm going to share with you guys, it's 12 health benefits of coffee. The very first one on here, coffee boosts your physical performance. And so there have been a lot of studies that show that. We're just not making this up. Number 2, coffee may help you lose weight. And you talked about the things that are in some of those pre-workout drinks that are not good for you. A couple of the things that are in coffee, and I know you mentioned this before, magnesium and potassium. And it helps it says it helps the human body to regulate blood sugar levels. And that's really important when we get into diet in general, when we're talking about Miriam, talking about things with Miriam and stuff. So coffee helps you burn fat. And this is what you just talked about. Caffeine actually helps break down body fat and uses it as fuel for training, okay? So those are things that you all just spoke to. The other thing, coffee helps you stay focused and alert. Okay, well, obviously if you're working out, fantastic, okay? This is one that a lot of people are gonna go, really? Coffee lowers risk of death. Studies have shown that coffee drinkers' overall risk of premature death is 25% lower than those who don't drink coffee.
I was surprised by that.
Yeah, maybe because people that drink coffee are cooler. No, I'm just kidding. I'm sure we could look up those studies. Coffee reduces risk of cancers. We won't get into the details here, but I think that what they're talking to is the antioxidants that are in coffee. Okay? Is that what you took out of that?
I glazed over that one. I'm just going to be honest with you.
Okay. Coffee reduces. Go ahead.
I'd be careful of making claims like that.
Absolutely.
Too.
Yeah.
I'm just reading off of this. This was actually one of the best articles that I found on this, though. Coffee reduces risk of stroke. Now, you got to keep in mind that it's your consumption of coffee, the amount of coffee that you drink. A lot of studies say that anywhere between 1 and 6 cups per day you can consume. It depends on the person, though.
And the size of the person, I would think, too. Like, for me, if I consume 6 cups of coffee, I think I would be running upside down across the ceiling, and you'd have to be like, Bethany, I'd be like one of the Incredibles.
And then you'd crash.
Yeah, and so for me, I've realized 2 for me in a day is about my max. And I usually have them in the morning.
Yeah.
Sometimes I'll have one around 3 o'clock, and I usually use that one purely as an appetite suppressant.
And
amen. Me too.
And I mean, as an adult, I think you've probably figured out your caffeine tolerance too. Like I know some really tiny people that drink 4 cups or drinks a cup right before bed and they go right to sleep.
Yeah.
And, as an adult, I figured myself out after 1 p.m. I usually won't have a cup, but others, that's not the case. So.
Yeah, for me it's 5 p.m. that's usually, I won't have it. If I have anything after that, it's going to be decaf. But doesn't decaf even have a little bit of caffeine in it?
Yes.
It does.
Yeah, not that much, but finishing off this list, coffee reduces risk of Parkinson's disease. Kind of the same things. I think it has to do with the brain, though. It goes into that more. Coffee protects your body. That is back to the antioxidants, and it talks about how those antioxidants are warriors fighting and protecting against free radicals in your body. So that's pretty cool. Lower risk of type 2 diabetes. I have seen this in studies over and over, so this one's seriously legit. And it goes to your insulin levels again and glucose tolerance. Okay, so protects your brain is the next one. Reduces the risk of Alzheimer's. Okay, I feel like I have a touch of it right now.
I think we all do.
And then this one is awesome, and I think we all know this. Coffee brightens your mood, helps you fight depression. And I'm going to ignore that last one, but because it's a stimulator, right? It's a stimulant. Mm-hmm. So now we've talked about the advantages of coffee, but let's talk about the flip side of it, and that this is the disadvantages of coffee, the risks. A bad coffee can be toxic. I think they're kind of reaching there. Have you own a coffee company?
Like Seattle's worst or what? Is that what we're talking about here?
Seattle's best is my favorite. Just so
Is it really?
Oh yeah,
That's
it's
so funny.
much stronger and better than Starbucks.
Like, can there be bad beans?
I don't know.
Where we source our coffee from is Colombia. It's rated like top 3 in the world. So I haven't come across any bad beans.
Bad beans.
But I think they really pay attention to what they send our way.
Yeah.
So I can't speak for all coffee houses or companies.
I've never heard of anyone getting
Maybe
sick.
like Folgers.
No, I haven't heard.
But okay. This one I love. Coffee can kill you. Yes, if you drink 80 to 100 cups in a short session.
Water could kill you too. So.
That's
right.
Yeah, that's actually a
Over
very
drinking
valid
water.
point.
Yeah, no, that's for sure.
The point there, though, is that you'd really have to drink a lot.
You'd have to try very hard.
You'd have to try. You'd actually be trying to commit coffee suicide. Something like that. Of course, this one we talked about, coffee can cause insomnia because there's caffeine in it. So just find your cutoff date, play with it. Don't drink more than a cup a day if you're pregnant, okay? There's studies that have shown that it can affect the fetus in controversial ways. So it's not saying don't drink coffee. By the way, this doesn't say that. It just says monitor it.
Could you drink decaf? Like, would that be the smarter thing to do when you're pregnant?
Yeah, I
Probably.
think so. Yeah, I mean, there's hardly any caffeine in decaf coffee.
Yeah.
If you're only going to drink 1 cup of coffee, which is on average 60 milligrams of caffeine, you can have multiple cups of decaf. This is usually about 5 grams of caffeine. Don't quote me on that, but I believe that's pretty accurate.
Okay. My second cup of the coffee during many weekdays is decaf. So I usually will go caffeinated, decaf, caffeinated. Okay. So that's another option. And then if you have high cholesterol, it's just cautioning you to make sure you use filtered coffee. So just think about that. And then this one cracks me up. I really feel like they were reaching to find a disadvantage here. Coffee for kids may increase bedwetting. So if you're a bedwetter on the regular.
So the first sentence, coffee for kids.
Yeah.
Bad.
So maybe don't give your kids coffee, especially if they have a tendency to wet the bed. So the company that Brian owns, I just want to talk about because I love this coffee, and I'm not plugging things that I would never plug something that I didn't think was amazing and awesome. But I thought bringing him here would be good, and just talking about his product because I absolutely love it because it's got coffee, which we just talked about, which I love, and there's all those benefits. And then it also has protein, which is a whole nother vlog topic. But it's got the protein in the coffee.
Yes.
And his company's come up with this formula where it's this nice creamy flavored coffee, rich flavored coffee. It's a medium roast, right?
Yes.
And I love it because it has 10 grams of protein in it and of course the coffee. The thing that's really cool about it is that it's smooth, like I talked about. And when I've tried myself to add protein powder to coffee, it's a nightmare.
Yeah, so we won't go too into the whole protein coffee, but I would love to talk about it. So with your problem in the past, protein always wants to coagulate in high temperatures, so
it's
it
the
cooks
lumpiness.
up, it gets lumpy, it gets sticky, it's gross. So we've come up with a
So then you have
formula.
to eat your coffee.
Yeah,
we don't want to eat coffee.
Nobody wants
You
to
need
eat
a
their
spoon.
coffee.
No, yeah, with a spoon.
Yeah. So our formula gives you a smooth cup of coffee, and it has the nutritious value too, which normally coffee doesn't offer any nutritious value. It's 0 calories, 0 everything.
It almost tastes like there's a little butter in it. Like that's the texture. It's like
It's
if
a
that's
little
smooth.
lighter. Yeah, it's smooth. Some people say mocha or something like that.
It's really good.
And it's good because
but-
I've actually had it with black, and I put creamer and good stuff in my coffee, and I've had this black, and I actually like it, which for me, like that's a big step up
Yeah.
for like
It's
I
because
was
it's
putting
very-
on my big girl panties to drink that black coffee, and I liked that black, so it was good.
Cool. And then adding to benefits, it helps speed up your metabolism and helps increase muscle growth. So if you skip breakfast, now you're adding nutrition into your morning, and then you're doing those things as well. So it's a great product. It's the only of its kind right now, and we're just trying to upgrade coffee. That's all we're doing.
That's awesome. I love it. And we do have a promo code for those of you that watch this video. The promo code is
Studio Sweat
Okay.
for 20% off of the website, which
Okay.
is buzzfit.com.
Okay.
BUZZFIT.
awesome. So I have some at home. I love it. And when you were talking about the kind of appetite suppressant in the afternoon, that's what I'll grab. I'll grab this. How many
yeah,
calories
totally.
are in a cup?
60 per cup.
60 calories per cup, but you're getting 10 grams of protein for that. So it's pretty much all the protein.
Yeah, it's all protein. It's only half a gram of fat, 2 grams of carbs, and there are no empty calories. They're all good for you. So,
That's awesome.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Well, thanks for sharing that promo code with us.
Yeah, I really
And-
appreciate you guys having me.
Yeah, and thanks for developing this awesome product. So, all right, you guys. So, you're going to drink a cup of coffee, and then you're going to go take an amazing body sculpting, fat torching workout at Studio Sweat on Demand.